Hi, my 8th graders. How you guys doing? I know this is kind of weird to see Mr. Crispin like this, but I'm in my studio, better known as Star Production Studios. I know I haven't talked to you guys much about this, but I actually do have a podcast on the side, so you're actually looking at my podcast studio in the basement of my house. So believe it or not, this is a thing that I do. It's one of those side projects Mr. C has. I've talked about a lot of the side projects I have thing going on. And yeah, believe it or not, I'm crazy enough. I've got several cameras from several different angles. And that's because usually this studio that you're looking at, I've got my buddies that are usually over here, is filled up with people sitting around this table talking about things like, geeky things like Star Wars and Marvel Comics and crazy stuff like that. But I'm here talking to you today about the things that you can do while you're at home, while you're going through this whole issue at home and you're stuck in your house. And I know at some point, TV is going to get old, playing on games is going to get old, and you're going to want to do some stuff that's educationally responsible. At least I hope you're going to. So let me walk you through some of the things that you can do. First off, I am trying to stay in contact with you guys, so please check out your classroom stream. In your Google Classroom. If you're not sure of our code, it's right there. If there's somebody you know in the school, in our class, who is maybe not on that, get that code to them if you can for me. That'd be greatly appreciated. If not, you can email me at Chrismar, CRISSMAR, at binghamtonschools.org, and I'll let you know what our classroom code is. So the first thing I want to do is go to your classwork stream, and I've actually been keeping up with several things as this has all been going on. First off, I'm still doing squilts, so believe it or not, squilts are still getting added every day that you are not in class. If you click on your Google Docs document, it's got a list of all the songs there. But one thing I did do to make your life a little bit easier is as I add squilts into the stream, for example, today's squilt was Squilt 25. I put on there not only the Google Forms document, but a link to the YouTube video so you can actually play the song. And you can listen to the song and then listen and then fill out your forms, your Google Form document. So please keep filling in your squilts. It'll just give you something to listen to with some purpose. The forms will change. I think we're going to get to a level 4. I think today's was a level 4, so you're going to see some words that you are going to have to decipher a little bit. I will say this, as far as music theory, I have completely suspended music theory for now. This really isn't something I can distance learn with you. It's things that I have to be teaching you up front in front of you. And quite honestly, it's not an easy thing for me to do. So we're not going to be doing much in the music theory category, so you can ignore that one. Music history. I know a lot of you were quite upset about your first jazz test and you wanted to be able to retake it. And I said I wouldn't do retake. So I'm actually going to rescind that concept. And there actually will be a retake. So what I'm going to do is for pages 13 and 14, which were the beginnings of jazz, eventually I'm going to be putting in here the video of the beginning of jazz. So start looking for that. That's going to come out very soon. I'm going to put in the teacher copies for page 13 and 14. So that's the one with the answers in it. And then above that, I will put the test, the very first jazz test, and you'll be able to retake your first jazz test if you desire to change that grade. I will also be adding more to this. I'm going to be putting the rest of the Roaring Twenties in. I'll let you know where you need to watch in the videos to watch and answer those questions. I'll put the second jazz test in, and then I'll put the Swing is King section in, which is the third segment of jazz. And again, I'll put that all on here, videos and all. West Side Story. I know a lot of you are really getting into the musical, the movie, when we were watching it, and I know you were really enjoying it. So what I did was I put in here several things. First off, all the question pages are right here. So one of the biggest things you can do is watch the movie and answer the questions. Now, I provided you a link to a website that will give you the ability to watch West Side Story. I got to be honest with you guys, I'm not happy with the link because it's got pop-ups everywhere. I apologize for that. It was the best thing I could find at that moment to actually watch West Side Story. And unfortunately, the pop-ups just seem to never end. If you don't like that version, one thing I just recently did is I actually added to that classwork stream, let me get back to it, a raw video. So now if you click on the bottom right here, or on yours, it'll probably be the very last link you have, there's a raw video there. And if you click play, and you may have to press play down here as well, the full movie is actually on there. And it's the whole movie, so you can watch the whole thing, and you can answer all the questions, and it's all right there for you. So again, I'm trying to make things as easy as I can for you, make it as accessible as I can, and hopefully you guys aren't having too many issues at home trying to watch this stuff. I know the original video people were having issues with. So I think by putting this video on, I would try to use the video that's at the bottom. You should have much fewer issues with that. I'm also going to try to put on here, I had a unit test for the end of it, so if you guys want to do that, I would be appreciated because I want to see how you guys, what you think of the test, if there's things on there that maybe I need to tweak, that kind of helps me if we do that. As far as exit tickets, you can ignore this section. I'm not going to be adding anything to it, any new things to that. But underneath, I am going to put some how-tos on guitar in case some of you guys are at home and you have a guitar and you're bored and you want to kind of twang around the guitar and learn some things. I know we didn't get that far in class yet. I had a whole week set aside for us to look at things like that. I'm going to give you guys some videos to do that with. I'm also going to start dropping in some other things like how it's made for instruments, and I thought I would drop in some questions for things like Blue Man Group and some other videos that might actually give you guys an idea of what it's like to compose music, and just some fun videos there. So I hope you guys are hanging in there. I hope that you're checking out your Google Classroom. It's important to be checking that out because I'm adding stuff at least once every day and trying to check in with you guys every day. Hang in there. I promise we will see each other again at some point, and I'm looking forward to that day. And I can't believe we're having to learn like this, but you know what? We're adapting. This is what Americans do. We're the best at that. So I hope you guys are hanging in there, and I will talk to you all very soon and very much again, okay? So hang in there. I'll talk to you again, and keep up your music listening. That's the most important thing during these times. Music is the heart and soul of you, and that's what will keep you going through all of this. So I hope you guys are appreciating your music that you're listening to. Until we talk again, see you till then.